All right. So you go ahead and get to the first one.
Okay. Do you care which one is first? Do you want to go? So I did it one in each theme. Do you want to go in chronological order of the themes, or chronological or just how do you?
You do it however you envision it.
Okay. All right. Then
You
know
tell
what?
your story.
Okay.
How you want to tell it.
Sounds good. I'll go to
And I'll start to intro this
Sounds good.
video. So welcome back to Basement Gamer. Today we are playing Mario Maker 2. I've got Justin here again with me.
Hello, hello.
And he has created a couple of levels for myself to play. And I guess I'm excited. But I'm also a little terrified. Disclaimer, if you're watching and you potentially have any young ones or those who get offended by certain words, there might be a lot of expletives. But I'm going to do my best not to use certain ones. So.
I think I know the order, then we'll do it.
So we can see, real quick, for those who don't know this game, what we're looking at here are, these are worlds that you've created.
Yes. Levels I
The footprint things and the number are the people who have played it, correct?
Yep.
But it doesn't show you how many people have completed it?
Once you go into the level,
It does,
you can
okay.
see in there 1 of 14
Okay.
and more information. You can see all the people on the right who have played it, and then a flag for who has beaten it,
Gotcha.
and then
Cool.
who has liked it. Now no one's liked this level.
Wow.
I guess it's just not good enough. But it would show that information. It also shows the world record holder, which is 1 minute and 17 seconds to
I'm
beat
going
this
to break
level.
that.
So
Alright.
now, would you say the new Super Mario Brothers theme is your best? Do you think?
Probably, because that's the game that I've played the most recently.
That's what I figured. So why don't we start with that one?
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
And then
We'll make it harder. So which one... You can tell me when we get to it, or you cannot. You can wait till after I've finished it. But which... I'll ask the question now, and you let me know then. Which one is the hardest one?
The last one,
Oh, okay.
without a doubt in my mind.
And that's the one that's... I don't know if I need this. Well, hopefully not. So is this one the easiest?
It is one of the easier ones, I'd say. It
Okay.
might be the easiest
Okay.
one.
Alright, I just gotta turn this down just a little bit more. Alright. Fuck.
Now, those cranes
Good
right
start.
there are actually new mechanics. Those were never in a Mario game before Mario Maker 2.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to make a level that kind of used some of the new stuff.
Right.
And I thought this would be a cool one to experiment with that.
Gotcha.
So you'll see those appear a couple times throughout the level.
Gotcha. Yeah, I totally gave you just... When you said about making me some levels, I was like, well, this would make a good video. And I just gave you complete... free reign to kind of do whatever it is that you wanted to kind of test your own boundaries as a creator. You know?
Absolutely. No, and it's cool because I love watching other people play the levels. Because I made the levels, I played them so many different times, so many different ways. I tried to look at them through so many different lenses because, I want to see if there's multiple ways to beat levels and, how to improve it or make it harder or easier. And so I always love watching other people play the levels because it always shows you different ways that you never saw it before.
Absolutely, yeah. And the other thing is that's cool, I think, about these is that they're all published. So that means you yourself had to beat them in case those who didn't know how this works.
Absolutely.
You have to beat them to actually publish them. So these are all technically you didn't make a legitimate impossible level. These all can be completed.
Yep.
So that's also like another cool thing. That's another cool thing I like about Mario Maker because you can make a really fucking trolly level, but in the end, it is beatable. Or else you can't play it.
Absolutely.
You can only play it as you're creating it and have it not be doable.
Yep.
I already hate you.
Now, some of the levels have checkpoints, some do not. This one has a checkpoint flag.
Oh, wow.
And what's cool about Mario Maker 2 is when you put a checkpoint flag in, you can actually put several checkpoint flags in, but you can only put one in per level face, and I can explain that as we get to one of them that has multiple level faces. And what that means is you get to a second level face when you put a pipe in that you have to, like a warp pipe.
Gotcha.
That's what like a level face is, and you can only put one checkpoint in per face, and this one has just the one face, and so there's one checkpoint flag. And it's a challenging position to get to, but when you make a level with a checkpoint flag, you need to beat it from the checkpoint flag and from the beginning of the level to make sure that they're both possible to be beaten from both points, which is cool.
I hate you. Already. So in total, you made 5 levels.
5 for the video. I've made more than that, but yes.
As of right now, the hope is to get through like all 5 of them, but it could take, depending on how long it takes me to get through like each level, could be over multiple parts, but I'm excited.
Now, disclaimer, I absolutely cannot stand snake blocks, and that's what that blue platform is there that moves. It's one of my least favorite things in all of Mario levels ever.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
so
them either.
I was like, well, I should put that in a game, in a level to see how it, see how I can maybe get creative with it or just see what happens with it. And I changed the snake block so many different times in this level. I think it took me the longest is this creating this part right here. This is what took the longest for me.
You're such a piece of shit.
Now,
Ah!
I know all these enemies seem like they're just randomly placed there.
Yeah.
I have gone through that level in so many different ways, and I've changed the tile formats and positions of those enemies so many different times to make sure that you can actually get through that
Jumping
in
on the
many
enemies?
different ways.
I'm assuming you can do it jumping on the enemy, so I'm gonna do that.
Could try that. Or you could
Well,
try the
you
snake
could
block.
try that, meaning. How do you twirl again?
The right trigger.
Okay.
Also, if you hold in the jump after you land on someone, they'll jump high.
Right.
Yeah, it's what's really, really neat about this game is Mario has a vaguely different moveset in each of the different themes,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
which is really, really neat. Some of those are exploited, some of them make it easier, some of them not so much, but...
And you can actually... Let me sip my coffee. You can actually make a level in this like theme and then transfer it to another theme.
Yes.
But if in the one level in like this theme you were exploiting, or like which one is it? Fuck. Is it Super Mario 3 that you can like twirl and it doesn't hurt you when you jump on something? Am I crazy?
I'm not sure.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's Super Mario World. You can do
Yeah.
the little kick jump.
Yeah, and you
And,
can't do that in...
That's the only game you can do that in, yeah.
Right. And
Yep.
so you could technically put this in that world, and if you were exploiting that thing, it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't do it in this. So that's a
Absolutely.
pretty neat thing, too.
Yep. Yeah, so this level is 100% transferable with the other themes minus Super Mario 3D World. That is the one theme that you can't transfer levels one for one to.
And you didn't do a level in that theme, or?
I did do a level in that theme. Now, the snake block has 2 speeds when you're making a level. The green is the slow speed, and the blue is the fast speed. Now, I played it in the green one, and I was like, I don't know. I wasn't sure if that was the way to go, so I actually ended up making it the faster snake block. But I see it's definitely a big speed bump in this level. This is definitely the section of the level that I spent the most time on though, so it's kind of neat that it's taking the most time to get through that. But I assure you that after you get through that level or that part of the level, it'll be a little bit more clear as where.
Can you jump and get on the hook with a item in your hand?
You know what? I never tried. I bet you can though, because it doesn't look like Mario's doing anything with his hands. I'm sure you probably could.
Interesting, because that would be like almost like another hit. No way! Come on! Fuck!
If you see down there,
Oh shit!
there's a checkpoint flag.
Oh, that's the checkpoint.
Checkpoint flag, yeah.
I thought that was. I don't know why I was thinking that was the.
The flag.
I was like, yes, I'm almost there. All right, this is easy. Well, slap my ass and call me Justin.
All right.
Ooh, kinky.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm actually thinking here. I can sacrifice my one hit to get to that checkpoint flag.
Absolutely.
I feel like that would be a good idea. Marley, knock it off. All right, let's do this.
Do you remember the vines in the jungle levels in Mario U?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say those
vaguely.
vines operate the same way, like physically, as those claws do. With momentum and.
Damn it.
Excuse me.
I hate you.
I was about to say you're kind of learning the pathway, but I would jump right now. Oh.
Sorry, I was dealing with the cat scratching in case that was coming on the audio.
This isn't the not the longest level I've done.
Oh, no! I hate you. I hate that it doubles back.
Oh man. But yeah, I tried to make all the levels, as you'll see, different from each other. I wanted them all to feel very spread out, very different. Didn't seem too monotonous or anything. So definitely used a lot of different elements throughout the maker tools in all the different levels, which was a lot of fun because I even used some of them prior to making these levels for you. So. Hey, you know what though? You might be onto something.
Maybe. Maybe I am. So what? You want to fight about it? Wasted my power up that time. They're like so evenly like placed that it makes me feel like, and I don't know, that if I do the like the super jump, if you will, like the bounce jump, that I'm gonna hit my head
It's
and
dangerous.
die.
Yep, that's probably the hardest thing is once you get into the mix of it like that.
What's that? Can I jump on that?
Yep. Look at that. You made it through. Now, hold on. If you want to get the checkpoint flag, you can. Psh. You don't need checkpoint flag.
Oh, fuck me.
Quick move. Yep, keep going, keep going.
Did I miss it?
Oh, man, you were so close.
Was that the end?
That is almost the end of the level. Yeah. That was the last kind of big challenge, and there's just something small at the end.
I should have done the checkpoint. Certainly imagine that some people, damn it, watching are probably like, Spencer, it's really not that hard. And you're right, but I'm not great at Mario. Justin can tell you, he's seen my skills at full force. So some of these levels that Justin can beat, you know, that he's made, they're gonna take me a while. But I will beat them. That's the last thing I do.
Spencer told me before I started making them, make them as hard as you want. So I have them ranging in difficulty as well. This is like definitely probably the middle of the road. There are some that are easier, and there are some that are harder than this level.
Well, that's good to know.
But in different ways.
Right.
So I think this one's slightly ever more random with the things falling from the top. I tried to make it like an organized kind of chaos with that, so it's not kind of unfair, but it's definitely an element that once you see it, you have to be aware of it, so it's not totally like out of the blue.
Now, does that drop you right at the checkpoint,
It
technically?
will take you to it, but it may keep going.
Okay. But you get what I'm asking.
Yes.
Whoa! Come on!
No.
There's like just enough space that I have to like get him, but then go back around.
One of the hardest things I found when trying to beat this level myself was that the parachuting enemies are very hard to track. Where they're more unpredictable when trying to jump on their heads, and it just added another layer of challenge. Like, see how much they sway to the side like that? It's a lot.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot, all right. Fuck! God damn it! It's been a good 22 years.
Mario Maker has broken it.
Oh!
Got it. All right.
Let's go.
Now, the trick to this is patience, all right? And watch the platform, yeah? And now you saw from when you got past this area before where you need to be.
Yep. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I got this.
I figured you did.
I have a plan of action as of right now. Is that simple?
That's very close to
basically what I need to do.
Exactly.
Like, I'm thinking like left, right, left, essentially.
Absolutely. That's the idea, though. You know what you got to do.
I love that Goomba that falls every time. Fuck! So I guess I have to hit them on their way back up, technically. To try and give myself extra space, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I tweaked this a lot right here at the flag with with how you should kind of play out of it. I don't want it to seem unreachable, but I definitely want it to be a challenge to achieve, and perhaps a challenge that it couldn't involve the snake block because there's no snake block there. So I had to kind of just think outside the box, I guess, because I kind of just put that there and realized that you have to beat it from that checkpoint flag, and the snake block's not going to be there to help you. So it was like I just kind of had to figure out a way to.
No! Oh my.
This level, I actually reached the maximum amount of enemies.
I was gonna say, does this happen? I was literally about to ask that. Sorry.
Yeah, I got to the end and I
now.
actually had to change it because I couldn't put any more enemies in there. So.
Oh my fucking god. Do I need to go right or left?
I'd go right.
Okay. Because I got it with going left, and now I feel like I need to go that way.
I'd go right. Just. Definitely just. Boom, and then quick pop it over to the left again.
Is that why I do? I just gotta pop it over
Pop
there?
it.
Fucking.
All I gotta do is go.
I was trying to set myself up to go back left. I fucking missed!
But if going to the left is more comfortable, then.
Shut up. Honestly. Fuck you. Real happy with yourself, huh?
I am, yeah.
I love that, like, there's people playing fucking impossible levels left and right. They're like, you know, I don't know if you saw that one. It was like 1-1 with a twist.
Yes.
People have been like playing that like crazy.
I tried playing it. I couldn't beat it. I couldn't get very far either.
Come on! How? How do I get in there? I can't do that. I can't even do this.
Alright. Oh, alright. Like I said, though, I think this is probably the hardest part. You see what you have to do next with the flames. And there's power-ups along the way to help. So, one thing this level doesn't do it the best, but I tried to do with some of the other ones is have it escalate in difficulty as you go along in the level. And this one kind of throws you into it a little bit quicker at the beginning and then tapers off a little bit. And that was just something I tried to do a little bit. It gets harder in this level, and then, like I said, it doesn't get as hard later. But if you can beat this section, the rest of it should be alright.
Little did Justin know he made my impossible level.
Try going back to the left, I think. Maybe that's just the better way to go. Yep, and then jump on. You gotta jump on that Goomba.
The only problem with going back to the left is that they're fucking
Goombas.
yeah. And they like you said, like you can't track them.
Oh, that's the right idea. As they're coming down, jump on them. Oh, you were so close. So what do you think's worse, starting off here or starting off at the beginning of the level? Yeah, wait, hold on. If you jump around a little bit, I should have just made them totally visible, but there is some stuff in there. Jump a little higher in the middle. There you go.
All right,
I should have just made that visible, but
you should have. You're a real dirtbag.
Now, you can ever so slightly see below you on the screen when you're low. So just keep an eye on that. Perfect. Perfect.
There's no bullshit?
Nope.
Okay. I don't need that.
Nope.
I need
good.
fire. No. Why? Ah!
Alright. Tease it. Ooh, baby.
Oh my god, you're such a piece of shit! Yes!
A leap of faith.
I'm sweating. We're one level in. Been only playing for 30 minutes. One, it took me 30 fucking minutes.
Somehow a guy beat that in minute 17 too.
That guy's a piece of shit. He doesn't know. He doesn't know fuck all. Alright.
Oh man. Well, good work, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. And I called it Snakes in Heaven because there's a lot of snake blocks and it's a cloud theme level. So
I love it.
that was the
Alright,
first
go
one.
ahead and tell me which one we're playing next.
All
Sorry,
right.
it's a little sweaty.
No, you're good. The next one we're gonna play is Super Mario Brothers 1, and this is the last one that I made. This is the last of the 5 that I made.
0 for 69 is what I noticed. Go ahead and tell me, is this the hardest one?
It is not the hardest level. I'm gonna save the
Fuck.
hardest one for the way end. The hardest one is also, I think, my favorite course. So you see what the gimmick is here?
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. And that is the core gimmick of this level. And that's a comment someone left.
Oh, okay.
There's your checkpoint flag. Now watch ahead.
How am I doing?
Very good so far. Very, very good. Excellent work.
You...
I saw that going a couple different ways. I didn't see it going that.
Yeah, me neither. That's definitely...
That is the one interesting thing about
Yep.
the checkpoint flag I saw
Yep.
when I played it back. But I figured
Because
once
of
you
the
see
switches
that, yeah.
beforehand, yeah. Makes sense. Alright. Yeah, I've seen a couple of like really cool levels that incorporate the like switching blocks.
I was inspired.
And this is not one of them.
This is one of the hardest parts in the level.
Yep, love these coins.
I went back in and put the coins in there. I wanted to make it a little bit more of like the path I wanted you to take. I wanted, you'll see what I mean. Putting them above platforms, putting them on the way to
When do I need
platforms.
to jump? I need to jump. I have no idea. I didn't time that at all in my head. I just jumped, so I still don't really know. I did it, and so
Yep.
that was awesome. Good for me. But it did not. It did not at all tell me when I actually need to jump. I just did it. Didn't make a mental note. I love the sprinting and jumping in this type of Mario.
Yeah.
It feels so right. How quickly do I need to keep moving through?
In that part, very quickly. Like I made it so, at least I think, so that you can just kind of go in one fluid motion.
That's wrong! God damn it.
So
I need to jump when it's not there.
Yeah.
Right as it switches.
I would recommend jumping as soon as the shell hits the left on button. Do a nice lofty jump.
When it hits the on?
When it hits the left one?
When it says on. Or when it says off.
No, just the left block. So when the Koopa shell hits that, jump. And do a high jump. That way by the time you land, it'll just barely hit that off switch on the right, meaning you'll be on that platform and you can quickly go and have the most amount of time possible, if that makes sense. You want to do a higher jump, I think. Maybe a higher jump. Also, maybe just take a little bit of a jumping head start. So that way you have a little bit more momentum, you can keep going a little quicker. Tell you what though, you got to the checkpoint flag pretty quickly.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? I was feeling really good about myself until this.
Well,
Hey, Spencer, maybe you're not so bad at Mario Maker. No, wait. You are.
Yeah, so when it hits that. Oh no! Almost.
I did it wrong? Did I? Is that what happened? I did it wrong. I was surprised.
I know! I saw it going in your head.
Mario's just one of those games where sometimes there's just too much happening
Yeah.
for me.
I got you. Yes, dude! There you go! Now,
You're a piece of
if
shit.
you go all the way to the right of this platform, just inch yourself to the right. Keep going a little bit.
Fuck you.
No, okay. Yeah, alright, never mind. See, I thought I checked that. You should... Okay, actually, I know what you have to do.
Well, I would hope so. You made the level.
When you're on that platform and you jump ever so slightly to the right and then kind of back onto the platform, if that makes sense, you should be able to see the next platform. So it's not just like you're jumping into nothing, if that makes sense. However, now when you were doing that, it looked like that was harder to do than I intended. But I think you're going to be fine.
So it doesn't change from there.
Sometimes it did, and sometimes
So
it
it
didn't.
depends on how far I
When
get.
I played it, so... But regardless, that on-off block up there overwrites the shell. So you don't have to worry about the Koopa shell once you get to that block.
No is my answer. Okay. You can't grab shells in this one, can you?
I don't think you can. Yeah. Or if you can, you can't when you're mini. Oh, you got lucky. Okay, alright. You're good. Alright. Now, like I said, try doing like the edge jump, if that makes sense. Like when you get down.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah. And I put Windsor to kind of suggest a pathway to go. There's the pathway. Okay. Evidently.
Was that close?
Yeah, you were pretty close to it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's that. You want to get to that platform now.
But did I do like the right thing? Like, or no?
Yeah. No, yeah,
Don't go off that
absolutely
top
correct.
one, because I feel like going off the top one gives me the highest.
Absolutely. And I put an arrow up there so you know where to drop down and it's safe. See, sometimes it.
Sometimes
goes
this
into-
game's a real piece of shit.
Now, you didn't do it that time, but what's really funny is oftentimes when, like, you just kind of make a run and you do really, really good for a while, you'll find a way to, like, die in the funniest way possible. It's like, you'll, like, say in, like, the last level, you would have burned through the entire, like, chaos section real quickly where they're all falling from the sky.
Right.
I feel like you would have just fallen off the ledge of them, like, after that, like,
Gotcha. Yeah,
something
yeah. I
like
know what you mean.
that. Which is just funny.
There's something so basic, something that like you've mindlessly done, and then you like let that thing get you.
Exactly.
Now it's gonna be a real fucking pain in the ass when I die again here, and I go back and I hit that block perfectly, the on-off block right there, right that one right there. When I hit it perfectly, but it already fucking switches it. So then I turn it off for myself by doing that. If I could just go ahead and beat it right here. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Fuck you.
Oh, bingo. You want me to tell you something?
No. Yes.
This is the
No.
last, this is the last challenge of the level. You are so close to the end.
Shut up. On, off, on, off, on, off. It's good that you're laughing.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
No!
Well done.
Shut up.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Jump,
no.
jump, 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 jump. Oh, man.
Fuck you. That's awesome, though.
It's hard to get out of that, but it is possible to get out of that. You have to mash the jump button, kind of like when you're trying to steal second in Mario Baseball. If that makes sense to anyone out there.
I have this down now, I feel like.
Mhm.
Alright, so I just gotta remember to not... When I have to wait. Please hold. I just have to remember to, when I kill this guy. Not do that, though. I gotta stop on that.
Yep, exactly. You
Again,
definitely
I feel
do-
like my
yeah.
feet are down on
They-
that second
yeah.
one.
You're definitely getting that section down real good now.
Thanks, Dad.
At least with the timing. At least with the timing of it.
This game's a slug.
This game's a slug. That should be the title of the video. The title of the video.
Come on. Had no momentum that time.
Yeah. You know what? You gotta trust the jump. Because either like it's gonna work all the way, or if you hesitate for a second, it's not gonna work. So you guys just keep going and just hope that you're just barely fast enough if you're hesitant about it.
Gotcha. Come on! Inches! Playing a game of inches! How funny do you think you are?
I wasn't sure when making the levels, but now I'm convinced I'm very funny.
Yeah.
No. I kid. Alright. I recommend using the same tactic as before. When it hits the left one, it goes away. Jump when it hits the left one, and haul. So it goes quicker on this one, as you see. But hey, we found the final.
No!
That one really throws you off because it's a different jump, yeah. Quite.
Time out. I'm gonna be totally honest. I fucking blacked out. I didn't even mean to start jumping.
Your instincts kicked in.
No!
Your instincts kicked in. It started off so smooth.
It did start off really smooth. The one where I blacked out was still my best one through there.
That was awesome.
Because it was just like nothing.
Yeah.
Just fucking every time I have no idea what's happening.
You know what though? I feel like this is gonna be one of those
Things.
things. As soon as you get onto the second block and jump, you're gonna beat it. It's not like you're gonna like make it a couple times and then like die. I feel like you're gonna get it right away.
Well, do you have that faith in me?
I do.
Like I started to realize I can make that without even jumping on the second one. This one I've known that I can make. Ooh,
Hey.
got every coin. There was no time. There was no time.
Mamma mia.
Do I have to do a short jump and sprint, or do I just have to sprint jump? Sprint.
Do short jumps for the final one. And so on this one, you do a good job of jumping as soon as it hits that block, like you just did, and you're gonna make it. The thing about the
Jinx
other
me
one,
one more time. Jinx me one more time and see what happens.
the last one, you want to do it even earlier, I think, than this one.
Then when it like hits.
Yep. So you want to do it even before it's hitting that left box, if that makes sense.
That was literally the opposite of what I needed to do.
That is the jump
I'm
you wanna do for
overthinking
the
it.
second one.
I'm overthinking it. Yes, I got you. I understand that. Did you kind of, I don't know, maybe if I just like wasn't listening, or like, did you kind of talk about why you made this one the way you did?
Yeah. So this one, I was thinking to myself, because it was the last one I made for the video, and I was like, what haven't I done in any of the other levels yet that's also new to Mario Maker 2? And these blinking blocks, these on and off blocks, are one of the new things in the game. Probably one of the coolest new features in the game.
I've seen a lot of cool levels with them.
Yeah, and it's not in any of the levels I made earlier. Or, as you'll see, just the other levels for the video. It's, yeah, like you said, it's probably maybe the coolest feature in this game. And I was actually inspired to do this one because in the story mode, there's a level that Nintendo made. Good job. And they did a really cool level with these blocks. Now, mine's not as cool as theirs, but it was just, the idea was kind of planted in my head. And it was actually in the Super Mario Brothers 1 theme as well, which is why maybe it just kind of clicked for me to do it on this theme. See, it was just a little too lofty there? Yeah. But that's it.
Fucking shit! Every time I'm expecting it to, it doesn't. Every time I'm expecting it not to, it does.
it's the one part of this level that
Fuck! You should have named this level Nintendo Switching Like a Boss.
I'm so bad with coming up with names for these levels. They're terrible. The descriptions are terrible. The names are terrible. There's actually only one I'm actually proud of that you'll see.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how, so, fuck. Do I need to not have the, like, Y button pressed then?
Absolutely have the sprint button pressed in. Absolutely. You just need to do it.
I'm just holding in the B button.
Yes, I think you're jumping too long, and you just need to be a little quicker about it, if that makes sense. Like, don't jump as high, and don't turn left. Don't press the left button when you're going. Like, you just have to go. You just have to keep pressing right and keep jumping, and get to that next platform, and then get over the Koopas. That's it.
Get over them.
Or through them.
Fuck me sideways. No! I lofted it!
You were so freaking... Like, that was, like, milliseconds.
Is this on the harder or easier side of things?
This is probably... Well...
Like when you were talking about it earlier. Just be honest. It's easier.
I did think it was
God
one
damn
easier. I did, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
But in all fairness, that last part is... I find that pretty hard to do. You just gotta jump and trust it when it hits that left block. Oh, man. Oh, so close.
I actually hit that as it changed. I think.
Interesting.
Like, I think I hit it and it turned on at, like...
Oh, man. That was almost really, really cool. Oh, man.
Have you ever just wanted to punch yourself in the face so fucking hard?
Yeah. Funnily enough, it is during Mario as well.
Every time.
On its way to the left, I think that's when you gotta jump.
When it's on its way?
Yep, so when it's on its way to the left...
So, like, now.
now, yeah.
Now.
Yep.
Now. 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 Now.
That's the idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I really want you to beat this level.
God damn it! Every time I turn away and I turn back and I run into a goddamn Koopa.
Oh my god!
I was on it! I didn't give it to me! I don't know what I'm I don't know why.
Yes, there you go, baby.
Yes! I can't possibly like mess this up, right?
No,
Okay,
there's
good.
no way you could.
Woo!
Unless the time ran out. That would...
Woo-hoo! I just wanted to make sure I couldn't like over jump the flag for some stupid fucking reason.
Yes.
Holy titties! That's right. We here at Basement Gamer were the first ones to defeat that level. No big deal.